Good morning, early risers, and thank you for joining us here. It is 5 o'clock on this beautiful Friday morning. It's July 17th. I'm AJ Gersh.
827, Jillian Grace, AJ Gersh here with you live at Arrow Ford here in Abilene, 4001 South 1st Street. Jillian, today is a special day.
I would equate it to driving in light speed in the Millennium Falcon with all the snow coming straight towards your car.
Pro-Trump insurrectionists stormed the Capitol last month. Democrats today are looking to hold former President Trump accountable.
This has also happened in other nursing homes all across the state. Who's to blame on this? And are we still using that lab that's come back with those false positive test results?
Yeah, so your suggestion is correct. There was a lab, and the lab was at fault.
Just over a couple of hours ago when President Donald Trump took the stage here at one of the largest oil rigs in West Texas. I am so high up here, I feel like the Doppler radar. I got a good look at some clouds coming into the area. Can you tell us what we're actually looking in our real forecast today?
You might have seen the toddler challenge while scrolling on Facebook. For those of you who don't know about it, you put a sweet treat in front of your child and leave them in the room for just a couple of minutes. But before you go, you tell them, don't eat the sweets.
The most recent one would be Coco, but the old school one is Finding Nemo. I watched that with my niece. I can't even tell you how many times.
I love Finding Nemo. Just keep swimming.
Everyone in between Antley Road and South 14th Street, that Plain 2 area, that includes the Mall of Abilene, much of South Abilene and the southern portion of the city, could still be without water here on this Wednesday afternoon now. Isn't that something?
I think that's pretty
You
neat.
kids out there, if you're heading into school, maybe you could take a piece of paper. Also, look at this. Switch it right around. Same thing.
We got an interesting national day. It's one of my favorite snacks. I'll give you a hint in just a Skippy or a Jif. We'll be right back. The holiday means more, obviously, than some time off for a long weekend. Labor Day really celebrates the contribution of workers to the American society. And the U.S. Department of Labor says it's really unclear who came up with the idea, but it did start with unions. They're all finely chopped before being wrapped in that, the pastry wrap that's deep fried. That's my favorite to celebrate the holiday. Come on, we got to go munch on some egg rolls, right, Jill?
We broke into a bank for a Hot Pocket.
Hot Pocket. For a Hot Pocket.
He said, Hot Pocket. The man was arrested on suspicion of breaking into the bank. Authorities have not released his name or any other details, including the flavor of the Hot Pocket, of course.
Looking like we are ready for an award show, although the award for us is bad weather. Let's start with District 11. That includes Midland, Odessa, and here in our region, San Angelo, Brownwood, Coleman, Eastland, and of course, some more counties there. Mike Conaway, the District 11 rep since 2005, deciding to step down and retire from Congress, paving the way for Air Force veteran and National Security Advisor to President Trump to win the Republican nomination earlier this year. August Pfluger on the ballot tonight against Democrat John Mark Hogg, an attorney out of Tyler, Texas, and Libertarian Wasey Alpha Cody. Some key counties, Brown County, Tom Green County, already reported, as you can see there. Pfluger with a commanding 78% lead, 110,000 votes to John Mark Hogg's 27,000 votes, just 20%, with 31 reporting. We're going to head to District 19 now, where Congressman Jody Arrington, he's running for a third term in office. Abilene and Taylor County, of course, in District 19. It stretches all the way northwest of our region through Lubbock, the home of the incumbent Republican. Arrington won the primary against Anson stuntman Vance Boyd back in March. Tonight, he faces Democratic challenger Tom Watson, an Abilene lawyer, and Libertarian candidate Joe Burns. As you can see here with 13% reporting, Arrington, 84% of the vote over Watson with just 15%. We're going to continue to track that. Arrington looks to be in a good position to continue his work.
President Donald Trump traveled to Texas on Wednesday, where he addressed his constituents here in the oil and energy sectors. Meanwhile, still taking a punch at Joe Biden and the Democrats.
Don't mess with Texas.
The president making a visit to the Permian Basin for the first time while in office.
And I won't forget the men who died, who gave that right to me, and I gladly stay.
After arriving in Midland before noon and then heading to a luncheon that cost donors as much as $100,000 per seat, Trump took the stage at Double Eagle Energy Rig, announcing a new shipment of remdesivir, a medicine used to treat COVID-19, to Texas hospitals.
It's been very, very successful. Enough to treat 3,200 patients.
But Trump's focus on Wednesday afternoon, the energy and oil sector.
We will defend your jobs. We will defend the Lone Star State. I love this state. And we will defend America's newfound energy independence.
Trump did not miss the opportunity to slam his opponent in the November election, Former Vice President Joe Biden, who said he will not allow new fracking leases.
How do you think that works in Texas? No fracking, no drilling, no oil. Is that okay? Good. I don't think Biden's going to do too well in Texas.
And the Democratic Party's plans for the sector.
The radical left. Have you ever heard of the radical left, Brian? You don't want to hear about them. You don't want to know about them. Is fighting to abolish American energy, destroy the oil and gas industries, and wipe out your jobs.
There's no need to.
The president, surrounded by Texas leaders, capping off the event by signing a number of permits, including one that will allow for Texas crude to be sent over the border to Mexico.
The president feeling the support here in Texas, and he says that he's confident that he will win the state in 2020. In Midland, I'm AJ Gersh. Back to you.